Alright everyone, before I get started, let me just run down the results of the wildcard playoffs quickly. So Madden and I, we agreed on all 4 games in the wildcard playoffs, so not much suspense in regarding to who wins, but okay, we both picked New Orleans to beat Seattle, Madden by a score of 35 to 28. New Orleans didn't win though, it was Seattle, it was 41 to 36, so no score there. Okay, we both picked Indianapolis to beat the Jets by a score of 31 to 23. The Jets edged that one out though. It was 17 to 16, so nothing there as well for us. Okay, we both picked the Baltimore Ravens to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, Madden by a score of 21 to 17, and that one we got right. Baltimore won that game by a score of 30 to 7, so you can make it 1-1 for us. And lastly, we picked the Philadelphia Eagles to beat the Green Bay Packers by a score of 17 to 14. That didn't happen either, though. It was the Packers by a score of 21 to 16. So, of the 4 games in the wildcard playoffs, Madden and I got 1 right. So, brand new season, playoffs, you know, they're unpredictable sometimes. There's a reason why this is kind of late. It's because when I try to put the results in and create this divisional playoffs screen on the Madden game here, this happened. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason it got the seeds right in the wild card, but for some reason in this round it took the Seahawks as the lower seed and pitted them against the Falcons and pitted the Packers against the Bears, which in real life is not right. The Seahawks are still the 4 seed despite having the lowest record, and the Packers are the 6 seed, so they play the Falcons and the Seahawks play the Bears. So I spent like a day trying to figure out how to fix that, and I did end up simulating the games in full away from the screen. I kind of hate to do things away from the screen when I'm doing something like this, but you don't want to see a full game simulated. I'm pretty sure that, much less 2 of them. I guess the really fair thing would have been to say, hey Madden, you created 2 playoff games that don't exist. Screw you. But no, I decided not to do that. Just keep it a little bit. Just decided to keep it a little bit civil here, if you will. I'm talking about a video game, but so yeah, the AFC games I got right. It still shows the Jets and the Patriots and the Ravens at the Steelers. I'm going to simulate those 2 games as normally, but when it comes to the NFC games, I'm going to pull out the scores of the simulated game I did last night. So chronologically, the first game is the Ravens and the Steelers, which I'm at right now. This is a game that either team could win. They both have the same record. Pittsburgh won the head-to-head battle, though, 2-0. It's tough. I kind of think Pittsburgh is the more complete team, pretty much like I did. I'm pretty sure I picked Pittsburgh both times I played Baltimore in the regular season, too, and they both won. So, it's tough because Baltimore's got a chance, but I think my gut tells me I have to go with Pittsburgh here. So, I'm going with Pittsburgh. Madden's going with Pittsburgh, 17 to 12. Okay, chronologically, the next game is the Packers and the Falcons. I'm gonna go with probably the Falcons because I mean that's another game that the Packers could win too, but I mean, the Falcons, you look at the Falcons and you wonder how they won 13 wins. You still look at them as maybe a wildcard team at best, but you didn't really expect that, much less having the best record in the NFC conference. But you know it had to happen for some reason, and you know the Falcons are, they're well coached. Altogether, they're pretty much a team in the way a team should be. course, Green Bay has the ability to score you to death, but yeah, I've got to say, I like the Atlanta Falcons. I like the Atlanta Falcons. They're rested too. They're at home. Okay. Yeah, the Atlanta Falcons are my pick, and let me pull up what happened when I simulated that game earlier. Okay, that was a disagreement with Madden. Green Bay actually won that game in the Madden simulation by a score of 37 to 28. So that's one we disagree on. Okay, and the next game chronologically is the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. So, yeah, the Seahawks beat the Saints and made it a lot farther than most people thought they would. But yeah, the Bears are the Bears. They have one of the best defenses in the league, and their offense shines, when it feels like it. Yeah, I gotta say this is a pretty open and shut one for me. I don't think there's any way the Seahawks roll into Chicago and upset the Bears. I don't think there's any chance of that. I mean, they did beat the Saints last week, which was pretty impressive, but either way you shake a stick at it, the Seahawks are the weakest team in the playoffs right now. And the Bears are easily one of the strongest, so my pick is the Bears, and if you pull up what I have here, Madden agrees with me too. Because the score in the simulated game was, I kid you not, the Bears by a score of 62 to 13. So yeah, pretty much saying we picked the Bears here. And so the last divisional playoff game, chronologically, is the Jets and the Patriots. Okay, the season series was split in the regular season, with each team winning the home game. And the Patriots have the home game here. Yeah, I don't think there's any... Yeah, I think I gotta go with the Patriots here. Yeah. I mean, the Jets, they struggle against the good teams. They beat the Colts last week. They edged out the Colts last week, but against the Patriots, I think they're just in too tough. Patriots have been consistent all year, putting points on the board like nobody's business. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I gotta pick the Patriots here. So, and Madden picks the Patriots too, 27 to 7. And so the one game we disagreed on was the Packers and the Falcons. So, hopefully this whole situation will be fixed by next week. If the conference championship ends up being either the Falcons or the Seahawks or the Packers and the Bears, I'll just simulate this game that I have untouched yet. And if it's something else, I'll just make the teams win that have to win. And yeah, the only thing is, if it happens to be the Seahawks and the Packers, that it'll be the wrong home team. But because Madden still thinks the Packers are the higher seed, even though they're not. So yeah, that's the way Madden and I see it in the divisional playoffs. We'll see you again when we're down to 4 teams. Adios for now. Bye-bye.